Hello and welcome to TATV Insight, the programme where we talk to leaders in aviation and we focus on products and companies that are doing pretty well in our markets. Well, we're joined today by Rob DiCastri, who is the CEO of RoyalJet, the Abu Dhabi-based luxury VVIP operator. Rob, welcome to the programme, and it's great to be hearing a bit about private aviation and how it's doing compared to the airlines in the sense of recovery. How are you finding it?
Yeah, Alan, happy to be here. Happy to be talking about some positive things these days. I have to say it's been a challenging year and a half, no doubt. But you're right. I think everyone kind of predicted over the past year or so that business aviation would start coming back sooner than the airlines would. It's obviously an extremely safe way to travel. Many fewer touch points, a very well-controlled environment. You fly with who you know and that type of thing. So it's built to come back sooner. It's built to be popular. We hadn't really seen it in this region coming back that strong until very recently, though. If you look at the US and the reports are coming out about the US and very quickly in the pandemic, it was coming back and strong. Well, there's no borders, of course, in the US. There's no permits to get flying across the country. There's lots of alternate airports. It's really well set up for that kind of operation. Where we sit here in the Middle East, in the UAE, the very small country, it's not like there's domestic travel going on here. So every flight you have to do is across a border or multiple borders and multiple airspace and that type of thing. So getting approvals, having quarantine challenges, all that kind of thing, it delayed, I think, the rebound somewhat in the region here. But as a region, it has taken a little bit longer from what we've seen. But I have to say in recent months, I think I predicted a little while ago that we were hoping by the end of the year, we'd get back to maybe about 80% of pre-pandemic levels. And we have achieved that actually earlier than expected. We've had an excellent summer. Kind of hit the 80% level through the summer. It seems to be continuing. And really it's driven by those cross-border issues is that there's more and more vaccinations. There's fewer and fewer quarantines. There's more countries people can go to and not have to quarantine, especially if they're fully vaccinated. So the ability for our customers to travel has just increased. And so they've come back. I'd like to say we played a part in that with some of the refurbishments we've done on the aircraft and the upgrades and the improvements we've done in our FBO. I think that might have played a small part and for sure the comfort that the customers have had to come back and enjoy the experience, I think has been there.
So for the benefit of our viewers who may not know RoyalJet other than as a name, I mean, you're very much at the top end of the business and private aviation sector, aren't you?
We are. We're trying to coin the phrase of premium private aviation. You'll see that in our new branding and in the transformation we've been going through, which I can talk about. But yeah, we are that, the VIP airliner. It's not necessarily the corporate jet, except we do have a couple of Global 5,000 corporate jets, the 12-seaters. But our main business, that niche business, is the Boeing Business Jet. So it's that higher level of service. It's the more space. It's having the bedroom. It's having all the benefits of having the bigger aircraft. It is a niche market, but yes, it's a unique product, Alan. And I guess one of the things I would say is that we are known as an Abu Dhabi company. We're actually government owned, partly government owned here. So there's a bit of that sort of reputation of just being in Abu Dhabi, and a good chunk of our business does come from here. But we fly all over the world. We fly heads of state from various countries. We've had aircraft based in different areas. We've taken on a beautiful aircraft right now, just recently under management, that's based in Moscow. So we're generating business in that area. We fly many flights into and out of Europe. We try and float our fleet so that we can capture business in other parts of the world. So even though Abu Dhabi is our home base, we try to be as much as possible a global company, a global operator.
So Rob, you talked about the refurbishment programs and the elegance of the whole company, but just tell us about rebranding. Why are you doing it? You've already got a great reputation and you've got great aircraft.
We do, and that's I've tried to make that clear in some of the discussions I've had in the market. Is that we went through a process, what we're calling our customer experience transformation, and it's not in any way to fix anything that was broken at RoyalJet. RoyalJet is a fantastic company, great service, loyal customers, excellent product, that type of thing. But you always want to be improving. So you always want to be taking things to another level, getting even better. My team always hears me say that, okay, we can always be even better. That's our phrase. And that's what we were trying to do here is do some refreshing, do some upgrading, and basically take the opportunity that the pandemic gave us with the lower activity level to make to change some things that really we wouldn't have been able to if not for the reduced activity level. Because, for example, our FBO, we basically shut it down and did a complete refurb. It's completely different. The flow is different. The style is different. It's a whole new feeling in there. The smell, the sound. We picked on everything. We have this wonderful designer that worked with us called Slash Design. So they helped us work with our FBO and turn it into a very, very much more Abu Dhabi feeling facility. So when people go through there, they can get a better feel for Abu Dhabi and the culture here and the artwork and those types of things. And that's what we wanted to bring. We wanted to bring something new for the customers. So as they come back post-pandemic and fly with us, they have that kind of wow factor. Like, oh, RoyalJet hasn't been sleeping. They've been doing something to improve our experience. We upgraded 2 aircraft to have the Ka-band Wi-Fi. So highest speed you can get in the air these days. Everyone, customers can come on board and watch their own Netflix and continue with the programs they were watching and that sort of thing. So that's a really nice addition because we already had that technology in a couple of our aircraft, and now we have it in 6 of the aircraft. So it's very positive. But those are the types of things we've been doing, changing the look and feel of the whole experience, whether it be the uniforms or even the way we serve the food or the services we have in the FBO versus on the aircraft. All of those types of things have been taken into account to say, how can we take them to a higher level, to be even better at what we do?
Now, previously, Rob, we've talked about you basing aircraft in Africa, basing aircraft in Saudi Arabia, and as you say, in Russia. You're all over the world drawing international trade, but you've now gone just 50 kilometers down the road, basing yourself in Dubai. Why are you doing that?
Well, I think the answer is going to seem pretty obvious, Alan, is Expo. The traffic coming in and out of Dubai and in and out of the UAE in general is going to rise dramatically. There's a capacity need in Dubai for bringing that traffic in. Of course, the airlines will be bringing most of the traffic in, but the VIP sector as well needs capacity. So we just saw a need, and then we also wanted to support the UAE government. As a UAE government entity, we need to support the UAE government in making this as much of a success as possible. The country's doing amazing things. The event is going to be incredible. So the more VIPs we can bring, the better. The more spend, the more visitors, the more exposure, that type of thing. It just makes sense. We have considered it before, but Expo is really just an easy, that ticks the box to say we have to do it now. So we had thought about it through the pandemic as traffic, as I mentioned, was rising in Dubai. We were thinking about it, and we of course do plenty of flights in and out of Dubai already. But actually basing aircraft there, it was really Expo that kind of turned it for us and made it happen. And it just makes sense. I think that it'll be a great success for the country and for all the operators and all the businesses here. Of course, anytime an event of this stature comes to a country or a city, the ancillary benefits are so many. The positive impact on the economy is so large that we're just a part of that. We're just a small part of that.
So we're very much conscious of events coming up. Of course, you've had the Olympic Games without a lot of people going, unfortunately. But you've got the World Cup in Doha in just over a year's time. Then the Olympics in Paris, not too far away. And they're the kind of things, I guess, that already you're going to be talking to customers about.
For sure. We get inquiries well ahead of some of the big events, for sure, especially with our ability to take larger groups. With an aircraft that can fly 52 people in a from a VIP terminal to a VIP terminal. It's quite attractive if there's large delegations going and that kind of thing. So we do get inquiries. I would have to say the first event that I would say is the most important for us is Formula One, just coming up pretty soon here in Abu Dhabi. So we'll be hosting plenty of visitors at our FBO. We have the closest FBO to the Formula One circuit here. So that's always yearly. That's a big event for us. And I think with the opening up of the country and the vaccinations and the elimination of the quarantine, it'll be a big event this year as well. I mean, with Expo going on at the same time, just down the road, of course, I think it'll just be a much higher level of activity, and very popular and very successful.
Well, thank you, Rob. It's been great to have a success story like this, and RoyalJet is really flying the flag for this region as it delivers a right royal service to the world.
Thank you, Alan. Appreciate it, and happy to be here. Good luck to everyone as we move forward.
Well, that was Rob DiCastri, the CEO of Abu Dhabi's RoyalJet. You can find out more about the company if you go to the Dubai Air Show in November. And also subscribe to our Times Aerospace TV channel on YouTube, where you can find out much more about companies succeeding in our emerging markets. Thank you for watching.